Hello there, I'm back. I actually was back yesterday. I recorded the whole video and then I deleted it by mistake. So let's start again, and I'm here to do my bump date from when we found out until this week, which I'm 23 weeks, turned a couple days ago. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to tell you how we found out. I was talking to Miguel. We decided we were gonna have a look at going into our clinic again, because if you don't know, we had treatment to have our son. We had an IUI to have our son after trying for 3.5 years and being diagnosed with unexplained infertility. So we were talking about it a few days before I took the test, just saying maybe we'll go in once Michael's 18 months and see what they think and what we're gonna do and all this jazzy jazz. So 2 days before my birthday, 3 days before my period was due, I decided, well actually I didn't decide, I woke up and I was like, I need to take a test. Something just told me, take a test. So because I was convinced I was not pregnant, I decided to use one of my cheap Amazon strip tests. So I took that at, I think it must have been like 6 in the morning, because I woke up with Michael to give him his bottle, and I took it and I left it on the side and I started doing things. Michael wouldn't settle, so I was with him playing, changed his nappy and all this, and probably about 10-15 minutes later I walked into our room. Miguel had no idea I'd taken this test because he was still asleep, and I went to put something on the table and saw it, and I was like, wait a minute, that has 2 lines. But I was convinced that because it had been longer than the 3-minute mark, it was faulty, it was wrong. So I didn't tell Miguel, I didn't say anything to Miguel, and I decided that I would just take another test in 4 hours. So the 4 hours, just under the 4 hours were up, and I took another cheap test, but I didn't throw away my pee. I thought, if another line comes up on this cheapy test, I'll take a first response. And a line came up within under 3 minutes, and I was like, oh my god. Dipped this first response and that came up positive straight away. I was in shock. I still am in shock, and I'm 23 weeks pregnant. But this was 9 months postpartum and 7 months since I'd gotten my first period since having my baby, since having Michael. So I was not expecting this. Anyway, I got a shoebox, got the test, got a white onesie of Michael's and wrote Big Brother on it and surprised Miguel when he got home. If you want to see that video, please click the link down in the description, and that will be the video surprising Miguel, and I will also link surprising the family, because no one expected this, neither did we. I wish I'd recorded my reaction to that test, but I didn't believe it would be positive. Okay, so that's that story. Now I'm going to start telling you, I have a little pad that I've been writing everything on. So I'm going to tell you what my symptoms have been like, how different it's been compared to Michael's pregnancy. So for the first weeks, I had a very, very, very painful gas. I had this with Michael as well, and it freaked me out so much. But thankfully this time I knew what it was, because with Michael I was scared so, for the first 13 weeks of my pregnancy, because I had such bad gas pains. I had them this time as well, to the point where you're doubling over in pain. Thankfully they're gone. They come and go, but very, very, very little now. I had very tender boobs and very itchy boobs for probably about the first 7 to 8 weeks. So that's a symptom I also had with Michael. The difference with Michael in my nausea was, with Michael I had nausea all the time, all day. This time I've had nausea up to probably about, I'm going to say 12 weeks, 11 weeks. I had nausea, but it was every so often, but the bouts of nausea were very, very much stronger, and I thought I was going to throw up. I haven't thrown up on either of my pregnancies so far, apart from the day I went into labour. I've been very tired, but I've also put that down to running around with MJ, and I've also put that down to the heat because it's been the middle of the summer here and it's very, very hot. Anyway, I went to my first doctor's appointment at 6 weeks where they took my blood pressure. They also took my weighed me. So I was 81 kilo, which is a little bit more than what I was when I had my son. So they decided that they were going to send me for a glucose test at 9 weeks, which I wasn't looking forward to, but it freaked me out because I was so borderline with Michael. I was just past my test. I was really scared I was going to have it this time. Anyways, I did that at 9 weeks, and we also had a little scan, private scan at 9 weeks, where we saw our little bean. Look at that. That's our little baby Lemon, which is what we have nicknamed him. Yeah. We had that scan, and then from about 9 weeks, my symptoms, from about 11 weeks, my nausea kind of went away. The only thing I kind of continued to have, which I don't think I mentioned, but it was from about 8 weeks, was I was hungry, but I didn't want anything. Nothing that was in the fridge was saying, eat me, you know? And it was really hard because I probably, up till now, still have lived on toast and cereal and just things like that. Easy things that I've just been able to slap on some bread and eaten something. At 12 weeks, we had a scan as well, which I don't have here, but we had a scan at the hospital, and they said that the baby, she said, I know the sex of the baby if you'd like to know, because I'm pretty sure. And I was like, whoa, this is soon. If you followed my pregnancy with my son, which you can watch the videos, we were first told he was a boy, then he was a girl, and then he was a boy again. Anyway, so she said, it's a boy, here's the winky, and showed us this little picture on the screen. I was like, whoa. I actually felt like he was a boy, like from the beginning. I said to Miguel, it's not a girl, it's definitely not a girl. Anyways, they gave me my glucose test results, and I passed with flying colours, which I was so happy about. And that's it, really. We found out he was a boy. We were actually scanned for another appointment at 16 weeks, which is this one here. I'm covering up his name because we're not making it public just yet. So there he is, wriggling around like a crazy little boy. Confirmed it's a boy. And then I started feeling that little pop-in sensation that they described, that the first movements are like around 16, 17 weeks. By 20 weeks, we felt the baby properly. Like, I felt him, and Miguel even got to feel him from the outside as well. One thing I also suffered a lot during this pregnancy is going from being constipated to having diarrhea to constipated to having diarrhea, which is not fun. But thankfully that has now calmed down and everything is back to normal. Around 21 weeks, I started having heartburn. It's not every day. It used to be every day all the time with Michael. It's not every day so far, but when it comes, it comes. It's like, ooh, give me something to take that away. And now at this week, we started to actually be able to see his little movements from the outside. At 20 weeks, we had a scan as well, where again, it was confirmed it was a boy, and everything is going really well. Last week, we did go and have a scan at the emergency room because I couldn't feel him moving and it freaked me out a bit, but everything is fine and he's healthy, and that is the most important thing. I have another glucose test in next week, so when I do my 24-week update, I will tell you how that went. I'm not looking forward to it again. So far, I haven't gained any weight. I've lost 3 kilos, 100 grams or something like that, which I'm really happy about because I'd much prefer to be healthy and lose some weight that I have excess of, so that's good. But anyways, that is my update for you on how it's gone up till now, and I hope you will be here along the ride for the rest of the journey and for when he makes his appearance, which I haven't said. I am due the 14th of January 2018 if I'm allowed to have a natural birth in the end. I'm really hoping. I had C-section with Michael in the end after a long labour. But they said at the beginning I wasn't going to be able to have a VBAC, but they have said that I probably can, as long as everything is fine and the baby isn't too big, because Michael was very big. So yes, I hope you join us for the rest of the ride, and don't forget to subscribe. If you've got any questions, just ask away. I'm here to answer your questions, and I will see you on our next video.